Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Prologue of Fillmore's Crossing. When we last left our heroes, they had just shot a hole in the floor so that they could assault the speakeasy? Are you fucking kidding me? Who wrote this bullshit? Anyway, let's introduce our characters. Chris?
Yeah, I'm Special Agent Fox Smolder, and you may remember me from such moments from last episode as shooting a goddamn hole in the floor to jump through to assault these guys.
Brian?
Thomas DeWeese. And I know what you're thinking.
Low.
That's all. I'm done.
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
Thomas DeWeese.
I bet you were thinking I was going to make a cock joke.
I was kind of waiting for it, yeah, honestly.
Right? Vaughn?
Vaughn, I play Tristan, the greenhorn with not too much experience and who probably shouldn't be partnered with these psychopaths who are shooting apart this building with acid bullets. But it is what it is.
And then purposefully shaking it and making even more noise than they were already making. Like, hey, just in case you thought these gunshots could have been elsewhere, they're definitely not. They are coming from upstairs, and they're eventually going to be downstairs. Oh, and I'm Tim, the ringleader of this circus of fucking monkeys.
All right.
I was just thinking, wouldn't the acid fall onto the patrons of the speakeasy and injure them severely?
Maybe. You don't see anybody down there, though.
Oh, well, that's lucky.
So yeah, you guys are staring at a gaping hole in the floor. You can hear the acid sizzling on the sides of the wood pieces of what's left of the floor. What would you like to do?
I draw my gun and I kind of point it at the kid that's with us who showed us the entrance, and then I turn to my head to...
I forgot he was with us. He's got to be
He's
scared
probably
out of his fucking mind right now.
He's probably a little surprised. And then I turn to Travis?
Travis!
Tristan.
Trevor?
Travis Tristan.
We literally just introduced characters, Brian. What the fuck?
I don't remember names. Trevor, go check the entrance at the double doors of the basement. Make sure they don't get out that way.
Well, I ain't got no complaints with that. You guys have fun here.
Okay, so
Tristan
Tristan,
turns and leaves.
are you going to go out the front door and walk around, or do you want to go back through the window?
He's going to go ahead and clamber through the window again, since it's probably the shortest path.
It definitely is. So you round the corner, and you don't think that the double doors to the basement have budged at all.
You see anything?
You wouldn't. You'd have to talk into your walkie-talkie in order to talk to him.
Oh, I thought we were in just one room away.
No, dude, he's like around the back of the mansion.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just looking from where we broke the window.
No, I thought that because in order to do it, he'd have to walk to the back of the building.
Yeah, he clambered out the window and then got onto the lawn and then walked to the back of the building.
I guess my mental map isn't quite accurate.
Oh, my bad. That's my fault then.
So, I
hang on, just before we go any farther, I'd like to have Tristan like look around to see for a good spot to basically set up like a sniper's nest.
Okay.
Find a spot to set up.
Roll for sniper's nest.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a mound of dirt, kind of off in the center of the backyard, that you're pretty positive if you were to lay down prone and kind of train your rifle on the doors, it's about 40 feet away from the double doors, so you'd have a pretty decent vantage point. It's not very high, but at least it would be a little bit of cover for you, you know what I mean?
Yep, that sounds good. He'll just head over there and go prone and train his sights on the double doors.
All right, perfect. Do you want to just hold... Are you going to fire at the first thing that comes out of him then?
He'll do is he'll if somebody does come out of the double doors, he will fire a warning shot into the concrete above them, and then tell them.
I just want to make sure that I kind of have a picture of what you're gonna plan on doing if anybody does run out of there.
Yep. Just warning shot and tell them to freeze.
My two.
Can we? How's it looking down there? You said there was one candle.
No, there's candle light. Like you could just tell by the way that it's flickering that it's candlelight that's down there. But there's multiple candles for sure.
Did we do a perception check for that?
Not yet. I guess
we didn't roll. We didn't roll. You just told us.
Yeah, you
right?
can go ahead and do one if you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I'll do one too. I'm just kind of like looking through the hole, kind of walking around it.
Kind of like bending over and trying to get different angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 10.
I got a 14 plus 1, 15.
Okay, so Falk, you actually can see what looks like a shoe and a like an ankle under the piano. Like you're certain that it's attached to a living body, but you can just barely pick that out. And so you know that there are definitely humanoid creatures down there. They're just hiding as far as you can tell.
Hey there, piano man. Want to come out from under there? Or would you like us to make Swiss cheese out of your instrument?
You see that foot immediately pulls further under the piano. As though somehow that's gonna, do something.
How many people they got down there, kid?
Listen, 12? Yeah. Probably about 12.
I look up at Falk and I just give him a grim look.
Some of them are patrons. They're not all, like Donnie's goons, if that's what you're thinking. Like, I don't think Earl's gonna shoot at you. He just plays the piano. He's a decent guy. It ain't easy for an orc to get work.
Think we can bluff him? I say to Falk.
Probably. You got any ideas?
I think we can tell him whatever we want to tell him. So I use thaumaturgy and raise my voice and I say, "You better come on out, Donnie. We got a whole legion of officers out here."
When did you turn into John Wayne? You better come on out there, Donnie.
So last episode or 2 episodes ago, Chris established that we're all from Brooklyn.
Well, I didn't establish that. I established that I'm from there. You could be from wherever you want.
No. Vaughn said, "You're making us all sound like Brooklyn," and then you were like, "Well, that's kind of good. I thought that we'd all be kind of from the same."
And it's Farport. So, while Tom's talking to them down there, I go into the other room and if I was to stand on the table,
the dining room,
the dining room, yeah. If I was to stand on the table, would I be able to reach up and cut down that chandelier?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I do that. Do I have to? Are you going to make me roll for that, or is that a simple enough task that I should be able to handle it?
No, you definitely can handle that. Why don't you both roll me a perception check while you're doing that? What tool are you going to use to try and knock it down with?
This
is just to determine how long it takes. That's all.
Yeah, I assume I have a dagger.
Okay, so you're going to kind of chip away at the
just sort of cut the rope. Well, not chip away at the base of the ceiling, but just it's a chain.
Yeah, so you'd have to get at the ceiling and kind of pry it away from the ceiling.
All right. Well,
you can do it. You're tall enough standing on the table to do it. It's going to probably take a couple of minutes though, for sure.
Yeah, I guess I do that. And so roll up perception for while we're doing that.
Correct.
Okay.
8.
And you have disadvantage, Chris. Falk.
Oh, okay. Well, I already rolled a 5, so and a 5 again. Okay, so yeah. Pretty much what I see is 5.
So you hear the sound of a door opening from below you. It sounds like it's maybe coming from below the dining room, and that only Tom hears that. Fuck, you're way too busy chipping away at the base of this chandelier.
I am cussing like a storm trying to get this thing unstuck from the ceiling, too.
Okay.
I am just like, you motherfucking goddamn, get the fuck off of there. What the hell?
You hear...
What did you say? I just have a sound from the dining room?
You hear the sound of a door opening from down in the basement, but from, like, the dining room area. Like, that's where the door sounds like it was located. And you hear, there is no more Donnie. This Donnie that you are looking for has evolved. Come down. I show you Donnie.
And you said that was just Tom that heard that, right?
Yeah, you don't hear that. It's not very loud. It's just...
Okay.
It just barely echoes up into the room, and you, the kid kind of turns to you and he goes, there's been something wrong with Donnie lately. He's kind of changed. I don't know, past couple days he's just been getting bigger and angrier, and now he talks weird and tells us to call him Strahd.
We got a big problem on our hands, Smolder.
What? I almost got this thing. Hold on just a second.
It falls right then and there as you say that.
All right, yeah, and I start, like, dragging it into the other room with me, with the room with the hole in the floor.
All right.
All right, so, what did you want?
I think we found our vampire lord.
Oh, yeah, what, like, Donnie turned into him or something? I mean, what did you think was going to happen? The fucking thing with the doll in the box and I mean, this is fucking rookie police work. Tristan probably figured it out there.
Just another day
on,
in Farport.
How did you get in here?
Teleportation.
No, out of character, you son of a bitch.
It's like... Tom's like, okay, I don't say that. All right, and so, yeah, go ahead and tell me what you had to tell me before I interrupted you with silliness.
Did you not say all that stuff then?
No, I absolutely did, but except for the stuff with Tristan.
What the hell are you gonna do with that?
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. And I'm, like, kind of whispering now so that, like, the people downstairs don't hear me. Like, the one time I'm not being loud.
Yeah,
so,
and then feel free to speak at a normal volume, though, so that everybody can still hear, since this is an audio medium.
Yeah, like, whispering, I say, so I got this idea. All right, I have this thing called, I can create a minor illusion with one of the gadgets I got, like this flashlight thing. And so, I can make a sound or a visual, but I can't do both. So what I'm thinking is I want to make the image of one of us jumping down there, to attract the fire. But since it won't make a sound, we push the chandelier down at the same time. And then that'll make the crash and have the visual of one of us jumping down. And then they'll open fire on it. We'll know who's got guns and who doesn't.
Smolder, you know I'm good with sound effects, and I've got thaumaturgy. I could have done it myself.
Do you just get really sad for a second, like? Aww.
Let me just add mine in with your chandelier. I think it'll make it more convincing.
You gotta understand, I'm a self-starter.
All right, so that's the plan. You want to throw the chandelier down and make it look like you?
Yep.
All right. So you throw it down, and
as it's crashing, I'm very audibly with my thaumaturgy going. It sounds like
that sounds exactly the same as what's actually happening.
Right.
It sounds so terrible.
So
you could just shake the whole house like it was that bad.
And I can't do them all at once, so I have to go.
Oh my god.
Sounds like the beginning of like a 90s hip hop song.
So it doesn't matter though. You hear a bunch of guns go off at once. I'll just give it to you guys. You hear 5 guns go off, basically around the same time, and immediately your illusion ends when it seems like one of the bullets probably makes contact with it, because any sort of image ends as soon as something comes into contact with that spell. So
can I roll if I would have been able to tell like the type of guns that were used during?
Yeah,
that,
you can feel free.
Right.
Do a wisdom roll.
All right.
Or perception, I guess, if you're better at that.
It's the same. So 15 plus 1, 16.
You know that you heard at least one shotgun.
Right.
But beyond that, you can't really tell.
After hearing a bunch of gunshots go off, Tristan sort of uses his communicator and chimes in. So how's it going in there, fellas?
Just fine. Just keep on watching that door, Greenhorn.
Hey, Greenhorn, see if that door's locked.
No, I think I'll just stay right where I am. I'll leave you two professionals to it.
All right, so thaumaturgy's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yep.
So
Correct.
all right, I got another idea.
What's that?
Okay, you down there, we're really coming in this time. Let's do it again. And so I cast minor illusion of us jumping down again, and
hold on. Let's throw the table down this time.
well, no, you just used your thaumaturgy. You told me it was redundant, and I got the chandelier in the first place.
So, an image of you jumps down, and this time you only hear one gunshot, and it goes through the illusion and immediately dissipates it. And then you hear, "You are starting to make me angry."
Well, you're the one fucking shit up in our town.
You better come out, Donnie, or we'll come down for real this time.
I did not choose to be awakened in your town. Come down. Let me lay eyes upon you before I feast on your blood.
I love that we're still calling him Donnie.
So I think now we should just go and try that other door.
Hey, talking to the walkie-talkie. Hey, did you find out if that door was locked?
It's still closed, if that's what you're asking.
But you tried the handle, right?
Here's what we do. I think we just both grab it from the sides of the door and then just open it outwards to where neither of us are standing in the doorway.
Well, here's the thing. I wanted him to try the door handle and see if it was even unlocked or locked, because I can fling it open with thaumaturgy.
Oh, that's right. Good thinking.
What is this door made of?
Metal.
Is there any way to tell if it's thick or thin metal?
You don't think that it's probably super thick, because obviously people have to lift it up to open it.
Right, okay.
All right, so I think what you said, Tom, use the thaumaturgy and open it up. We've already rattled some feathers in there and used up some of their ammo. Now going around the...
I just nod, and then I walk over and I grab the table and I drag it over and throw it in the hole.
Okay.
Nobody shoots this time.
I think they're onto us.
You go to the back door and, you could fling it open with thaumaturgy if you'd like.
It has to be unlocked. Okay, I'll try it.
Flings right open.
Did a gunshot happen?
Nope.
All right. So let's set up kind of go in from a perimeter to where we know that we're not going to get blindsided by this guy, and guns drawn, ready to go. Knuck if you buck.
All right, so give me the what are you doing then? You're gonna go around the perimeter of the building again?
Well, no, we're standing on the sides of the cellar when he does the thaumaturgy to open it
right.
up, so that we wouldn't be in the way of the blast. And then
Yeah,
now
for
we're
sure.
just going to go sort of just slowly circle around to where we can see inside and just guns drawn, ready to shoot as soon as we see somebody pointing at us.
Okay, yeah. So you guys do your long circle, and you've got your guns trained on the doors, and you don't see a single creature in there. And actually, it's decently lit with candlelight and just stairs going down.
Man, maybe we should have tried this first.
Yeah, that might have been a good idea.
All right, let's go in, guys.
Okay, so what's the marching order? I need that.
I will.
So the stairwell is about 6.5 feet wide, and it goes down into a straight tunnel that's again about 6.5 feet wide, concrete walls, and so you're gonna have to go in a single file line.
Did we let the kid go?
You never told me you did, so I assume that he's with
No,
you.
I'm asking Chris.
I think we should just let him run off. Like, we put him through enough today.
That's kind of what I
Yeah,
figured.
run off and go home, kid.
Like, you realize that you could just be letting go a 1,000-year-old vampire that is gonna start up the next mafia.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's really not like the worrisome thing right now. He probably could have killed us like 15 times in the shenanigans we've just been doing over the last 20 minutes. So
Yes,
I
kid
guess
seems all right.
I guess Tristan, you go in first and we'll cover you. I'm aiming right over your shoulder, buddy. I got you.
That's not gonna happen, sir. Respectfully, sir, go fuck yourself.
Come on, kid. You want to earn your way up to the top ranks in this station, you gotta be a little brave. Have some balls on you.
I'll be brave from the back. You guys have fun.
You gotta earn your stripes, boy.
I have a rifle and 2 handguns, and you have melee weapons.
Well, I got guns. I got lots of guns. I got spell guns.
Well, it sounds like you're prepared to take the lead then, doesn't it?
All right, fine. I go in first.
I follow him.
And then,
Tristan takes up
Tristan's
the
taking
back.
up the rear. Okay. What do you guys? What is your weapon situation looking like?
I mean, mine's looking good. I've taken out the acid rounds and replaced them with my firebolt rounds in my revolver.
Gotcha. Tom?
Well, I didn't bust the legs off the table, so I've just got my pistol and my mace.
Okay. And then Tristan, you still got that rifle then?
Tristan has the rifle he picked up, which I leave up to you to determine how many rounds it has. He has his own rifle, and then 2
We're not keeping
revolvers.
track of rounds, so you're golden.
Okay, cool. 2 rifles and 2
Alright.
handguns.
Well, yeah, no, I was just curious what's actually in your hand, that's all. So yeah. Fuck, you creep down the stairs, and the stairs are, they're a little worn in the center of them because they're concrete, and, this house seems like it's quite old. And so from years of people shuffling their way down them, they kind of groove into the center a little bit, but once you get down to the floor, or to the basement floor level, you see about maybe 35 feet in front of you, there's a door with light creaking or peeking under it and to the sides of it, and it's closed, but no humans or vampires or any other creatures to speak of.
All right. I am going to do a perception check, or maybe an investigation check of the hallway to check for traps.
Okay.
Ooh, 19 plus 5, 24.
You don't think it's trapped? No.
All right, so I saunter to the end of the hallway, very confident that there's no traps. And,
Okay.
I want to use detect magic real quick.
Okay. So that's a 100-foot radius or 30-foot? What is the radius on detect magic?
30.
30 foot. So the only
It can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by a foot of stone or an inch of common metal.
are you gonna wait until you get to the door to cast it, or are you casting it
Oh,
right at the bottom of the stairs?
I'm sorry, I thought we were at the door.
Yeah, if you're at the door, then cool. Yeah, you can cast it right now if you'd like.
Okay.
The only thing is there's like a faint magical residue that rings of necromancy.
Okay.
but it's very far at the edge of your radius, and you assume somewhere in that room, towards the dining room area, if you recall the layout of the house. So kind of like, instead of to the right now, it would be to your left, because you guys are coming from the back.
Sure, whatever.
I hate you so goddamn much.
Hey, guys. You don't think there's vampires in there, do you?
No.
All right, I check the doorknob slightly again. I don't turn it all the way. I just turn to see if, like, enough to see if it's locked real quick before
not
committing
locked.
to the full turn. All right. And so you said it's skinny enough. You said it's 6 foot wide here, right?
6.5 feet wide, yes.
Okay. So does the door open in towards me or out away from us?
Out away from you.
And real quick, before we go in, I would like to set the record that Tristan is hugging the left side of a wall, like, very closely. He's not walking down the middle.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'm in the middle.
I slam this door open as fast as I can, and I actually, in the same motion, jump prone with my gun out in front of me.
So you jump out, and like I described before, so the door opens up and slams up against a wall, and in front of you is a long bar with 16 bar stools lining it. There are a bunch of tables. The ones in the center of the speakeasy are damaged by acid. You can see directly under the piano, which was directly to your left of the door when you swung it open. Under there is the pig face of an orc who is shaking violently. But seated at one of the tables in the far left-hand corner near the bar is this enormous creature with rippling muscles and a pushed-in face and large bat-like wings protruding from its back. Just the remnants of like suit slacks around his waist, and he rises from the table and looks at you. What would you like to do?
So, did I use my action doing all that just there?
He doesn't seem like he's in a hurry to do anything. So you can do another thing if you'd like. Otherwise, I can move on to them and let them do something first.
I am going to ready an action and not actually take it. I'm still laying on the ground, and I am readying... I'll go ahead and ready a chromatic orb. And have it as I'll have it as fire.
Okay.
So was the entrance with it, like I just opened, is that the only entrance to the in here, or did you describe another door or anything like that?
So there is the door that's off behind Donnie, or not Donnie anymore, but Strahd, and that door is open. And that would be below the kitchen, and that was where Donnie was.
Easy, Donnie. We don't have to have any more bloodshed here. We can just talk about this.
I have already told you. Donnie does not exist anymore. I am Strahd von
I interrupt him, like, as he's talking, and I'm like, okay, anybody, like, not holding a gun can, like, leave here peacefully right now. It's gonna be your last chance before shit gets kind of hot in here.
The orc under the piano immediately bolts right past you, Tristan. Like, he looks at your gun for a second, looks at you, and then immediately starts sprinting anyway. And you see another guy that there were a bunch of people that were hiding behind the bar, and they immediately start charging past you as well. Like, nope.
How many of them?
The majority of them are pale-skinned. You see 5 more people bolt out. One of them dressed in like a suit vest. Looks like he might have been the bartender.
Oh, okay. So now there's 6 more left in here, boys. If the kid's info is right.
You don't see anybody other than Strahd.
Oh my god, he ate them!
I'm going to attempt to cast Hold Person on him.
What do I have to do?
A wisdom saving throw, and at the end of each of its turns, it can make another wisdom saving throw.
Well, that's a natural 20, so...
Wah, wah.
He looks over at you, and he just kind of flexes his muscles in his shoulders for a second, and...
I shoot my chromatic orb as soon as he flexes.
Does he know I tried to...
Oh, yeah, he knows that you cast that spell on him, Tom. And
Okay, then
so
I
go ahead
look
and
him,
roll.
I look him right in the eyes and I just smirk.
So go ahead and roll your attack roll or whatever it is, Falk.
Oh, fuck yeah. A 17 plus 7.
Okay, that's a hit.
Alright, and I cast it as a level 3 spell. So that would be 68 times 2. So 20 times 2, 40.
Okay.
And then, but yeah.
So you watch as the orb floats towards him and it turns red, and then immediately erupts in a gout of flame, and he kind of just shrugs it off almost, and sneers at you, and you know that it's on now.
Yeah. So my initiative is 14.
Okay.
I guess you guys are the shoot first, ask questions later type, huh?
I mean, we did ask plenty of questions before we shot. So, do we still have that that black box with us?
I would assume that you would left it at the FIA.
Oh, okay. See, this is why I don't like turning over evidence.
So I had this image in my head of just a bunch of vampires like cats licking at the suitcases, and you guys have to like shoo them away when you go out there. Like, hey, no, get the fuck off of this. Like, what are you guys doing?
Oh no, why are you telling us that? You 100% expect us to die, don't you?
Oh no, I was just kidding. What is
Foreshadowing.
what is your initiative there, Tom?
He's like, if you were gonna live, I would have done this, but sadly. 6.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Speedy
What'd you get,
Gonzalez over
Tristan?
here. You got 17.
17? All right.
Go get him, Tristan.
So, after you do that, and you watch this creature burst through that gout of flame, and before you even realize it, in one leap, he's already on you, and he does a 21 hit your armor class?
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, no. On second thought, why don't you go ahead and roll me an athletics check, an opposing athletics check? He's gonna try and grab you.
Okay.
And that's against a 21.
11.
Okay. So he grabs onto you
Ah!
and then just tosses you across the bar.
Whoa!
And you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into the corner next to the door frame that is right below the dining room.
All right.
Tristan, you have this giant bat creature in the center of the room, basically, and it is your turn. You are currently standing in the hallway with your back against the left wall.
Alrighty. This is pretty serious. And where did Falk get thrown?
He got thrown to the far left corner, basically kitty corner from where you guys are at, because you guys are in the right-hand corner, and so like he's directly across the room from you.
Is that the corner with the piano?
No, you guys are in the corner with the piano. The place where you got thrown
Oh, I see.
is the room that Strahd came out of.
Oh, okay.
Strahd is standing in the center of the room?
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I'll just go ahead and I'm going to cast I've already ensnaring strike.
So yeah, you got to roll your attack, and if it hits, then I'll roll the strength saving throw.
Oh, okay. Cool. And I rolled 15.
You got a 15?
Yeah.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. Alrighty, so that's 3d10 plus 8.
what's your spell save DC? Not that it
Spell
matters. I
save.
rolled a 17 plus 5, so
Okay, spell save.
that's
DC.
22. It's probably
12.
over that, but
Yeah, it's 12.
oh, it's 12. Yeah, for sure. So after Tristan, one of you see out from that room that you're by, Falk, a guard steps out into the door frame, and he levels a rifle and takes a shot at Tristan. But I'm going to give you cover because I'm assuming that you're still in that door frame.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you shoot at Tristan, he's still inside the hallway that led up to the door, hugging the left-hand wall.
Okay, so you kind of just so actually he's going to be shooting at Tom instead because he wouldn't even be able to see you.
I'm on full display.
Okay, yeah, then he's shooting at Tom. And that is a natural 1. So
It's gonna just explode in his hands.
It does
So,
the cartoon thing where the barrel just like goes backwards and shit.
So Falk, you actually see him. He pulls the trigger, and the hammer clicks, but nothing comes out. And he kind of like shakes it for a second, as though that might do something. And it is actually your turn, Falk.
Are you proud of me?
Alright.
I didn't make my joke.
So is that new guy within 20 feet of
He's within like 8 feet of you.
all right. Is he within 20 feet of the vampire?
No.
No? Okay, so never mind that. All right. So I'm going to shoot him with firebolt. Just the firebolt, not fireball. And
Okay.
So 19 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
All right, and then I only hit him with 4 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So you hit that guard, and he actually kind of yelps out a little bit, and but he doesn't like seem to be super. He seems more surprised than he seems like actually hurt from it. You know what I mean? Like, so some fire kind of explodes around him for a second, and he like, oh, what the, and then immediately goes back to leveling his gun. And
Well, with my bonus action, can I grab his gun?
yeah, you can try. Let's do an opposing athletics check.
All right. Ugh. 5.
Well, I didn't roll well, but I did get a 10. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, you go to grab like onto the barrel of his gun, and you go to try and force it into an awkward angle, but you just don't have quite enough force when you do it, and so he immediately rips it out of your hand. And then after you do that, you kind of back up a second, and another vampire kind of comes out of that room, and he levels his rifle, and he takes a shot at Tom, and that is going to be a hit. Because 18 hits your armor class, right, Tom?
It's equal.
Yeah, okay, perfect. That's what I thought. So that is going to be for 22 points of piercing damage as you get shot in the thigh with a rifle.
How much?
Yikes.
22. Your vision immediately goes white as your thigh explodes in pain. It's only a flesh wound, but God does it hurt. And it is now your turn, Tom. Now remember, there are tables and stuff that you could flip over for cover. Or you could just stand there and get shot. That's also a viable option, I guess. It's a legitimate strategy.
It is a move that you are allowed to make if you really want to.
Right, exactly.
Hey man, really cool. Really cool.
So what do you want to do, Tom?
I'm going to try and turn undead.
Okay.
So you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Against your 15?
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 15. And plus 1 is 16.
And then,
So-
so it's each undead that can see or hear you in 30 feet, so I think the other vampire has to as well.
The other two, sure. So one of them is immediately he starts backing away into the room. The other one, however, he keeps his gun leveled on you, even though you've got your, your holy symbol out and you're yelling, "Stay back," or, whatever weird Tom thing you'd yell.
I was going to shut the door.
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, I shut the door.
Okay, now Tristan doesn't have a shot because he's in the
What the hell, man?
hallway. But all right.
Volk is still in there.
Can I move around at all in my time of action?
Yeah, of course.
Because I want to back up towards the stairs.
Well, you were out in the room, weren't
Huh?
you? Because, you were on full display, you said. So I
Right,
assumed
in the-
that you were out in the room. So you're backing up and closing the door and going towards the stairs?
I guess so. I was thinking I was in the doorway, the frame of the door.
Oh, okay. That's fine, too. But now you just want to run away?
Well, I'm not running. I got a busted leg.
All right.
He's limping.
So,
He's limping away.
Yeah, I'll let you... You can limp maybe halfway down the hallway.
Okay.
So then that's going to bring us to Strahd, who has one target now to go after. So he is going to... Oh, yeah. So he's going to leap again. He's going to do one single bound and be across the room again, and he's on top of you. And
Before Strahd does that, when I see them two go out the door and it close, I just go, typical.
I did nothing. I was standing there shooting. He can't pin this on me.
So I've got a 19, a 13, and a 16.
My AC is 16.
Okay, so 2 hits. So he basically gets on top of you and starts slashing his claws back and forth and just violently trying to rend at your flesh. And you take 15 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And you kind of, as soon as he kind of gets off of you, you roll away and get back up, and you've got your rifle leveled at these terrible creatures. And Tristan, it is your turn. You've got the door closed, and you've got a wounded priest trying to hobble away.
Okay. What does this door look like? Is it just a solid metal door? Are there
It's just a solid wooden door.
solid wooden door? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first he does shout at Tom like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then he runs forward, and I forget. Does the door open into the hall or into the room?
Into the room, towards the hinges are on the right, and it opens into the room.
He runs forward and he basically kicks the door open with his foot.
Okay.
Obviously, he's kicking. Okay, and then he levels his rifle again. How many of the? How close
Yeah,
are
that's
the
lovely.
remaining vampires together?
So they're all kind of in a group right now.
Okay, just huddled over Falk, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will make a regular attack against each of those vampires, because with the Ranger archetype, I have a Horde Breaker, which allows me to make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target and within range of your weapon.
Perfect. Go ahead.
So I'll just go ahead and roll my attack roll for both of them first.
Okay.
17
yeah.
First.
Definitely. Go ahead and roll a second. You said the first one was on Strahd, right?
No, I'm only attacking the lower vampires, not.
Oh,
not Strahd.
gotcha. I apologize.
That's cool. So,
So yeah,
17 on
both are
one and then
hits,
20.
because one's
Okay.
a crit.
Alright, then I'll roll damage for both.
Be right back.
And remember, you get double damage on the crit.
Oh, okay, cool.
That
Does
was
mean-
a perfect. That was a perfect time for you to be like, "Oh, yeah, of course I'm at Strahd."
You're right. 24 on that first one.
Okay.
24 again.
Okay, but that one's actually 48. So, what happens is you level your rifle, and you take one shot, and it canoes the head of the vampire that's closest to Falk and sprays brain matter all over him. You immediately cock the lever action, raise it up again, pull the trigger, it erupts with flames, and again, a perfect shot right through the head of the second vampire that is lording over Falk, and again sprays brain matter all over him, and they both crumple over dead. And that leads us to you, Falk. Unless you want to do like a little bit more movement, you could probably, maybe move another like 5 feet or so if you'd like.
No, but he will say, Tristan will say, "God damn it, Falk, why are you always tripping over yourself?"
Don't worry, I got him right where I want him.
So, Falk, what would you like to do?
So, if I were to move away from him, he would get an attack of opportunity, correct?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay. So, I guess I'm staying right here. And, I am going to, kind of whip around and grab my, my spell rifle rather than the revolver I've been using. And,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast, Shatter at level 3.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage, because I got
Okay.
a 4.
Alright, so 21 times 2.
So 42?
Yep.
All right. So you level your spell rifle at him, and you pull the trigger, and at first, it looks as though nothing happens, but then a force just starts to create these little fissures and cracks all over Strahd's body, and this is the first time that you feel as though you've done significant damage to this creature, and maybe even slowed it down a little bit, but it's bleeding now.
Sweet.
What did he do to it?
He cast Shatter.
What's that?
It's just a really strong spell. It's mainly like an area of effect spell, but it was still the best kind of damage thing that I could do with him being right on me, because I can't use my fireball when I'm in the cone of effect.
Actually, I want to take that back. I want to imagine that when you use Shatter, that it starts to create this high-pitched whine for a second, and then all of a sudden they start to feel the effects after hearing this high-pitched noise for just a split second, and then their body just erupts into fissures and cracks.
Oh, cool.
So, then, after Falk, that's going to lead us to you, Tom.
I want to try and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You just do that, so go ahead and roll your healing, and you just heal that amount of damage then.
3 whole points.
Well, your leg wound starts to heal a little bit, at least.
How mobile am I?
You're mobile. You definitely get your mobility back, but you know that if you get hit in any place near there again, the wound is probably going to open up again, and you'll be still in pretty rough shape.
I'm going to spend however many actions it takes in future turns to be making my way up to the hole in the floor in the upper room.
Oh, so you want to go up the stairs and around?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to take a little while, so we'll just...
Right.
I'm going to actually roll a d6, and we'll figure out how many. So that's going to take you 3 rounds to do.
Okay.
So just for the next 3 rounds, that's what you'll be doing. And that's going to bring us to Strahd, and he...
Can I cure on the way?
Yeah, I'll talk to you when we get around to your turn again.
All right.
So Strahd is going to make an athletics check for me, Falk.
Alright, 17 plus 0, 17.
So you actually managed to... So Strahd reaches out and tries to grab onto you, and you kind of wriggle and slap his hands away with the butt of your rifle. And somehow he does not manage to get a grip on you. But he is, however, going to turn and look deeply into your eyes. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, wisdom. Not great on that. 8.
You suddenly feel as though this enormous creature is a friend.
Hey, guys, this dude's not that bad. I mean,
Oh, but you
I think we got him
you
all
do
wrong.
not like these other guys at all anymore. Like, it just
And you know
occurs
what?
to you.
I mean, lately you guys have been pieces of fucking shit. You know that?
Tristan, why'd you drop the goddamn briefcases, you son of a bitch?
So, yeah, you see that Falk levels his spell rifle at you, Tristan, and now you have Strahd has turned to face you, and Falk also turning to face you. What would you like to do, sir? You're about 25 feet away from them.
So Falk has a. Does he have a rifle? I thought he had a handgun. Or he had a revolver.
Well, he's got two different spell rifles, and he's got a spell rifle and a spell pistol. The pistol is like for his cantrips and stuff like that. It's just kind of a flavor thing. It's more for him casting his spells and less for him to actually be firing a gun per se. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll go ahead and make an attack on Falk.
Shit!
But he's not just gonna shoot him like straight in the chest. He's actually gonna see if he can shoot his gun out of his hands.
I fucking knew it.
You have disadvantage.
Oh, and I'm gonna use that same skill as before. I can use it once every turn. So
Okay, so you're going to take a shot at both of them?
Yep. That's
Okay,
correct.
so you're going to be rolling 3 times. The first one, you're going to take the lower result on the shot on Falk's gun, and the second one's just going to be a straight up and down D20.
Okay.
Well, with your bonuses and stuff, but you know what I mean.
Roger.
So I'm going to just give you the flavor on the first shot. It flies harmlessly wide. Falk, you kind of duck quickly, and you hear the whistle of the bullet as it whizzes past your head. Go ahead and take your second shot, Tristan.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that, rookie.
Oh, shit.
God damn.
So, 1 second. Let me just roll on my table here. You pull the trigger, and the hammer connects with the striker pin, but nothing happens. And
Tom's like, you didn't stroke the cock right.
Well, Tristan, like, after all that happens, he kind of looks down at the rifle with some confusion. Goddamn fucking peasant junk, and he throws the rifle at Strahd and just turns and runs back up the hall.
I forgot that was the other rifle.
the rifle you made him take. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. All right. So, Falk, what do you want to do?
Don't I have to make a wisdom saving throw to...
Yes, sir.
Get
Go
out
ahead
of
and
the
make
thrall?
one first. Actually, no. It's at the end of your turn. I'm sorry. So make your actions, and then when you're done with that, you make your throw.
Oh, so I have to, try to shoot
Well,
other two,
he
right?
just got into the hallway, so you're going to have to run after him a little bit before you can shoot him.
So both of them are in the hallway?
Actually, Tom is in the backyard currently, walking his way around to the hole.
So, yeah, I will exhaust my movement as far as I can go.
Okay.
And then, where does everybody...
You can see into the doorway. You can see Tristan. It's going to be kind of a difficult shot because it's but you could technically cast a spell or something at him if you'd like to.
All right, I will, already have my rifle in my hand. Sorry, Tristan. I am going to shoot fireball at Tristan.
Oh no! Oh no!
And is Tristan close enough to? Is he within 20 feet of Tom?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
at all. Tom's in the backyard. Tristan is like at the bottom of the stairwell. Tristan, could you roll a dexterity saving throw?
All right. And for my spell attack, I got 12 plus 8, so 20.
Fireball doesn't require a spell attack.
Oh, it
it's
doesn't?
a reflex
Oh, okay.
save on the other part.
Oh, okay.
So you might as well roll damage because he's either taking full or half.
All right. So, holy shit.
You really might kill him. Because remember, twice his HP in damage, and he's permanently
Yep.
dead.
Yeah. So 36 times 2.
Oh, 72?
Yep.
What's your maximum hit points, Tristan?
30, like 36, 32.
32. Oh, shit.
He just disappears with there's just nothing left after the fireball.
Holy shit. Dude, I would like to point out that I completely left it up to Riley as to what spell he would cast. And he was the one that decided to burn the fireball. This is not an asshole DM thing.
We all know whose fault this is.
Okay, good.
I was thralled, and I had the rifle in my hands, and literally,
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love it.
As soon as I hear the explosion and feel the impact, I look back and say, Trevor!
Oh shit!
After I shoot it, I'm like, "You're fired."
Oh my god!
I work for Donnie now.
Oh,
All right,
I love you, Donnie. We need to go get some drinks sometime.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, right, half damage. You don't have to die. You could just be knocked unconscious.
Here it goes. This is the moment of the truth.
At
Got
this
all my
point,
dexterity
please
saving
die
throw.
so that we get to keep all that.
Oh, we're keeping it anyway.
All right. Yep. That's like no, it's like cut. It's a show. All that happened, but then you hear the record screech. Hi, I'm Tristan. You're probably wondering how this happened. How I got here.
So, would the saving throw have to beat my spell DC?
Correct.
Is that what it is? Okay, 15.
Oh. Huh!
That's an
He's
18.
just unconscious.
Damn.
Tristan is So
He
Tom,
just-
you see an eruption of flames, and
He just gets rocketed out of the shaft.
you hear like a groan, coming from that direction as well. But other than that, you see just the gout of flame come out, and that's it.
All right.
God damn.
But yeah, with Tristan lying unconscious on the ground, will Tom be able to stop the onslaught of Strahd and Falk in the new super duo? I mean, probably not. He ran away after he got shot once. What the fuck is gonna happen when this vampire gets close? But yeah, find out next time on the prologue for Fillmore's Crossing.